What's up, you guys? It's Beloved, and this is Three Takes. I'm here with the Don and Shawnee. So let's get right into it. Today's topic is the big, beautiful bill. Um, but before we go into that, of course, my question is, how are we feeling today?
Feeling smooth. Got off work, went to the park, touched some grass. No, I'm just playing.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Well, did you or didn't you?
No, it was raining, so but I did take a
Oh,
walk.
How was that?
It was good. Just listen to some affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Nice and peaceful.
I know that's right. What about you, Shawnee? You over there smoke? What you smoking on, bro?
Yeah, just my little cigar.
Cigars really confuse me. So I feel like it's for the aesthetic and not the actual to smoke because you can't really inhale. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean it's for the taste,
What's
and
what does it taste like?
I mean
Tobacco.
just yeah, it just depend on which one it is, but like yeah, it tastes a little sweet. I'm getting more used to the taste and stuff like that. Like, it just depends on certain ones. Some taste kind of like sweet and whatever. I'm still kind of figuring out how to differentiate it
You
for
might as well
real.
get a
But
black and mild, man.
no, this is just more.
He said, "Nah."
Oh, that's trashy as hell. Hey, side note, did y'all
Oh,
see well, I didn't mean it like that, but have y'all seen, because it's like cigars give off a certain aesthetic and black and mouths give off the complete opposite aesthetic. You know what I mean? In
so
my opinion.
Have you ever smoked Black and Milds?
I did when I was like 17.
yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely tried a black and mild a couple times
Yeah,
in
Yeah.
college. Yeah,
Isn't them freaking them things?
I wasn't
definitely
freaking.
freaking them. Oh, you weren't freaking them? Are you
Now
raw
I had
dogging the
somebody else
goddamn?
doing for me. I had
Oh, okay.
somebody else doing for me. The whole
I,
straw thing. Then you empty it. Then you put the thing. It was too much. Like my brother used to leave them little packages around the house. Like, dang, dude.
Throw them
Like,
things away. I'm weak.
yeah. Like, even the tobacco for later. What are you doing? But
That
yeah,
shit, that's crazy. I just remember back in the day, my sister used to smoke those, and like when she would freak it in my grandma's house and like leave it there, my grandma used to flip out. Like, don't be leaving this shit in my goddamn house. Da 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 da. Da. I'm like, shit, it still smell better than cigarettes because she used to kill me when she used to smoke cigarettes back in the day. Like, literally, she used to
yeah.
kill me. I'm so glad she stopped that shit as I got a little older. I'm like, bro,
But
cigarettes are terrible.
but
Uh,
Black and Mouse is worse than cigarettes.
exactly. And
Like,
cigars is too, but thankfully I do this every once in a blue moon. So
oh, really? Did not know that.
I
okay.
mean, you got to think it's a lot more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, you don't smoke the whole thing.
No. I mean, you can. I probably will today, just because I know this gonna be. I mean, I've been hitting it for a while. This is gonna be like a long show today, but you don't typically know. I mean, you just hit it a couple times, keep it pushing. It just depends on like how the day is or whatever. But it's also not an everyday thing.
Mm, no,
Like so,
Have you ever chewed tobacco?
hell no. I never. I don't really even like tobacco. Like cigars is the furthest I go. Like that's the only thing, and that's only sometimes. But I would never sit up there and hell no. Ugh.
I
I
think that
never
is
smoke a
like
cigarette.
that's so trifling. And then you always need a bottle of water. You need a bottle next to you to spit that in there. My uncle used to do
Yeah,
that. Like,
nasty.
what did you? That's you gotta put that in your cheek.
Mm.
That what made me realize, like, dang, that's really a habit or a addiction. Is them tobacco commercials? Like it was somebody missing a whole chin, all because
Damn.
it was stuffing tobacco. I'm like, dang, that's really a thing. When people become addicts off of that, I'm trying to figure out, do your gums burn when you
Because
put
they're
it in
addicted to that shit though. Like they need it to like get through the day, to calm down, to calm their nerves or take the edge off. Like, that's why all that shit happens to them, because they're so addicted to it, and they need it. Like, I will never feel that, you know what I mean? Like, this right now is just, oh, it's late, it's cool, just give me a little head buzz type situation. Nothing too crazy.
You keep all that, bro. I got
Uh,
got asthma. I can't.
uh, that's your cigar right there.
What?
No, for real. Cause nah, I'm good.
Take two puffs, Beth. I mean,
Oh,
beloved.
weird.
Done. I'm weak. You got it like sitting right there. You must need it like on all the time, on the daily.
I feel like because I've experienced the feeling of not having one, and then when you about, I feel like when I'm about to have an asthma attack and I feel like an elephant is on my chest, that
Mm.
kind of caused a lot of trauma for me. Like I never want to feel that feeling, so I'm always gonna carry my inhaler just in case a cough don't cough right, and I feel like my chest is heavy. Oh yeah, I don't want to feel that for a split second, so I definitely need to have my inhaler. I got like three different inhalers. It's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that you mean you ain't got to get ready because you stay ready, so that's good.
Okay. Okay. But today we are talking about the big beautiful bill. I find that ironic with that title because a lot of people has been freaking out about this bill that has been passed. So when I was reading up on it, all I read up was like a lot of taxes was changing, a lot of stuff was being taxed, a lot of taxes was taken off. Um that's what I got from it. But I feel like when it comes to certain bills that are being passed, there is like some underlining things that we don't know that only Congress knows. Does that make sense? Like, yeah, we got no taxes on overtime or whatever, but what is the catch with that? Like, what is behind that not being charged? So
Right.
I
It's
don't know.
always something else.
Yeah.
I mean, looking on the WhiteHouse.gov, like I was looking at an outline because I mean I don't know that much about it, so I'm not gonna pretend like I'm super educated. So I'm learning as we go. Saying what it means for everyday Americans, I guess it's the largest tax cut in history
Mhm.
for middle and working class. Uh, the tax bill will most benefit workers and families making less than 50,000 per year. So if that's true, then that's kind of a good thing.
But is it though?
If it's benefiting people that make less than $50,000 per year, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I also, if you continue, if you probably are reading this too. If you keep reading, they also are taking like food stamps, food programs, stuff that.
But when it comes to all that type of stuff, um, on the other side, I'm kind of happy there's someone taking that stuff away because people abuse that and it's made people very lazy.
I knew you were
Okay,
going to say
Huh?
I'm kind of from somebody that had to use it. I agree with you in a sense. I just feel like there could have been a better way for using it. You could have, I guess, set up a system to show forth that you really need it. And some people get over on the system, but instead of just snatching it away, they definitely could have set up a better system for that because people really do rely on that. That's just like school lunches is being taken away from low class families. So some of these kids are going to school hungry. So it's like, yeah, we getting some tax breaks on some stuff, but it's like, is it really
But
worth that in the end?
so let's dive deeper into
go ahead.
the hunger thing. Like people sending their kids to school hungry. I don't hear me out. It's in some ways I don't really sympathize for that because there's ways to feed your kids. Like there's pantries and stuff like that. Like people got too much pride. I'm not if I can't afford to feed my kid, I'm not going to just let them be hungry. I'm going to make something happen. Like I'm gonna go to the pantry. There's churches that help. Like it's ways to help you get food, like vouchers, all that type of stuff. So it's like I feel like if you're sending your kid to school hungry, you're just not trying.
Um,
But the schools is feeding the kids.
yeah, and then also let's throw that back in there. They're taking that away too. Pantries are being closed. That's part of the tax break. All that stuff is getting ready to be closed down too. So not only are you not getting food at school, you're not going to get those pantries either. And if you have y'all ever been to a pantry before?
No,
Mm-mm.
I
I've
haven't.
been to pantries. You only get a certain amount of stuff. So say for instance, a family of four, you only get like a couple of meats, if that, a couple of carbs, your breads, your pasta, your canned goods, and all that. that barely can last for 2 weeks. So you need breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but you're feeding a family of 4. Can we divide that? Let's divide that. So you get like 5 things, right? But you have to divide that amongst 4 people, but you gotta also times that by 3.
But I don't know. That is gonna make me sound a little heartless. But it's like, then
It
why
is.
are you having that many kids though? Like, if you know
No,
you
no, no.
can't afford to.
I'm done.
But this is before. This is before people even knew about, or this is before this bill even was
But
passed.
I know. But I'm
How
saying
would
in
they supposed
general
to know?
though, people became so reliant on. Oh, I know I'm gonna pop this kid out because I'm about to get food stamps. I'm about to get higher tax returns. I'm
Nah,
about like people do that. That's the thing.
Yeah, you're talking about the people that's abusing it, which
yes,
Yeah,
more
I know.
people
That's what I'm saying though. But like
that
people,
really need it. Um, but it seemed like for Snap though, it seemed like they trying. It's a work requirement too, guys. I don't think you had to work to have it at some point.
yeah, you didn't.
you
Was
got to
it?
work 80 hours a month or something like that, which is not a lot to ask for.
No, it ain't. But what
But
I find crazy is, I guess we're still on Snap, but I want to get to Medicaid eventually. But go ahead.
Oh,
that's even with that SNAP though. Okay, granted they can go find jobs. I get it, but with this economy, everybody is not hiring. You got to have certain requirements for that. Am I saying no? They shouldn't have had all these kids. Nah, like God, we all got free will. Some people couldn't help that they had kids or
well, you
they.
can help that you laying down for them for sure.
Okay, but let's be real, bro.
That is real though.
Before
Like
be,
when you have
be
unprotected sex, you know you're running that risk of having kids.
Because
but
people are
so
worried.
just like that, there is families that had good jobs and were married and had a 2-parent home and that had that many kids, but then they lost their job because your papa is in the office making changes. So now not only
Don't
that,
keep
they
trying to
lost
put
their
that
job.
man on me.
I'm just saying, you said it the last
Yeah,
couple of podcasts, and
yeah,
now
that was one
I'm
podcast,
just
and that was a
saying.
joke, and I said don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Don't say
With
that.
him changing stuff like that, it is a hindrance even for the families that had jobs. They lost their jobs. A lot of people lost their jobs because of certain bills have been passed. So I get what you said. Those that abuse it, you are correct. They shouldn't. They have no right to abuse it. But those that didn't, that was not their intentions. It's unfair to them. So it's a give or take. It's a
but
50-50.
but also think, what did people do before these benefits got in place? Like these benefits like weren't around forever. I feel like they got in place just to keep people reliant on them.
How so?
Because if you get food stamps, of course you're going to want to keep getting them and make as least money as possible so you can continue to get those benefits. Like there's definitely people that do that. Let's not pretend like that's not the case.
Yeah, you
And people like lower themselves and like not work as hard or to the potential that they can work just to keep these benefits so they can have it easy.
So you again, Shawnee, you're pointing out the people that are abusing, but what about the people that are not, but that really needs it? That their intentions was never to abuse it, but they really need it because they either lost a spouse, so now they have to rely on one income, or they lost their jobs completely. So it
But
that's
it's ways to eat that it's like it's ways to eat that's cheap though. Like you know what I mean? Like what they can't go have the steaks they were buying off their food stamps now. So no, get some chicken, get some rice, like get cheap stuff. Like if you get how much is a pound of a bag of rice? It's like $1. Like people
where
yeah.
rights are you getting?
Have you ever go to Kroger? If you get I eat a lot of rice, so I know the prices on this. It's
I know,
$1.19 for a pound of rice, white long grain rice at Kroger. $1.19 for like a pound.
but that's what I'm saying. You just feeding you, right?
I'm aware of that, but my point is that the price point of that is cheap. A pound of rice can feed like that can be a decent it can feed a couple people for like one meal at least, and that's just $1.
But we're thinking of breakfast, lunch, and dinner too.
How
So
many people actually eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Let's be realistic.
Me?
yeah,
Well,
me
you, but realistic. I mean, a lot of people don't eat 3 meals a day. Like
kids.
realistically,
Kids eat every damn thing. They eat every
sure,
damn thing. So babies.
sure,
Yeah,
but you can also limit you as the parent. You control what they eat though. If you let them continuously eat everything, and they're going to be obese like the kids we have these days. But
It's not
No,
about them overeating, bro. It's about are
no.
they eating anything? Honestly, it's not even about them overeating. It's
but
about if they even have enough to eat.
I just don't think it's that hard to buy food though, because food's definitely getting more expensive. I understand that, but it's like it's ways to adjust to make shit happen. I feel like people are just too afraid to do that, and they just want to complain about it. Like, I mean, if people to eat tuna, I don't. That's just disgusting. Tuna is cheap as hell. Like for a pack of tuna and the thing that people like to eat, that's cheap as hell. Chicken breast is cheap as hell. Honestly, like you can get a pack of it for like $11.
Okay, so again, that's dinner or lunch, if depending on if they at home and they ain't at school. I'm also thinking of the little babies too. Where is breakfast at, bro? Where is lunch? You got families. So even if it's three people eating off of that, I will give it at least 2 weeks. That's not gonna feed a whole for a whole month or so. And then you just made a good point. Food is high. Eggs is high. So it's like everything on food is going up. So now you got to choose if can pay if I got enough for rent or do I need to feed my family. So it's like you choosing rent is going up
What?
too.
Well, you don't have to choose. You can generate some more income.
I'm done.
How? Where are these jobs?
At this point, if they have a job, they ain't no point in having food stamps, right?
Period. So
Say
definitely
what? No, what'd you say? I didn't hear you.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about this whole thing. Beloved, you said most people that were using it got laid off and got fired from their job and yada yada yada, right? I think that would have been a good thing to keep as far as Snap though. Like if you got fired from your job, you quit, whatever the situation is, and now you don't have no means of income. But they're like getting rid of Snap altogether, right?
Mm-hmm.
Together.
Yeah.
Because people are abusing it. And groceries are high as hell. I wish I did have some food stamps.
I know. I wish I
Hello.
did too. It would be nice to have some food stamps. Everybody would love to have it because it makes things easier. But
Yeah.
I mean, you can still make it without it. Is it going to be easy? No. But what will sitting up here crying about it going to do? Absolutely nothing. You got to like adjust and make it happen.
Yeah.
And you're correct. Nobody ain't saying they shouldn't work. From somebody that had food stamps, like my mama had it to the point where we relied on it. I remember we had to go to the job building. What's that
Job
called?
center?
Job center. I was
Yeah,
sitting
job
down,
center.
do them applications, all that. So I know the process. To now, not even have, and this was before I even graduated for college and started working. To the point where we didn't even have to rely on it. So I get what you are saying. Some people use that as a crutch to get over on the system because they don't want to pay for food or they want to sell it to get more of an income. So I get why certain stuff is being cut. However, does all of it need to be cut? Could some requirements be put into motion to decipher those type of people instead of just taking it for really people that really need it?
I
Yeah,
feel
they do got the work requirements. That's on there, but I think it should be for people that's going through hard times if they lost their job. You know what I mean? That makes sense. And I would say a certain amount of time. Like you got food stamps for 3 months. After these
Certain
three
amount of exactly,
months, find what you need to find.
and go
So
get a job. So
yeah,
so those definitely get you a job. Nobody ain't saying no, don't work and then get your free food stamp. Nah, definitely you need to work. A man who don't work, he don't eat. But like Don said, we'll give you this certain amount of time. Once your time limit is up, I mean that's on you. You had 3 months to find a job, to find something, but you chose to be dependent on it and be lazy and not get one. So I get it, but it's
but
unfair for some people that really need it.
who's to say though that it won't be maybe brought back in the future though?
It
Like,
won't.
I think it will.
you know what's crazy? Everything that got passed doesn't go into effect until 2027.
Oh,
Trump,
really?
yeah, Trump is out the office when he got put in last year. Or was
Yep.
it last year?
We're not even done with his year yet, y'all.
So he would be out the office within 2027.
Oh, I didn't know that was happening then.
Yeah.
So we got 2 years to prepare for this shit.
Yep.
He'd be done in 2028. I
Oh,
thought.
2028.
No,
But,
she's talking about the bill though.
yeah, the
Like-
So he'll still be in office once that bill
Oh, okay, yeah.
is, you know.
But if that's
yeah,
2027, that really almost like, come on, you got time to figure that shit out. Don't have any more kids between now and then if you can't afford food.
Why you keep saying that?
Because I feel like people be having kids and not realizing what all comes with that.
I
They just
believe kids are a crutch for some people because you could get WIC, you got SNAP, and then what else? You get tax return checks. They checks was like $7,000. You had one kid.
What?
yeah, and meanwhile, I didn't even get a tax return, and I'm like working harder than them. Like it's just like
I feel your frustration now.
Yeah, you didn't know that? People
Now, I didn't know they was getting 7 bands for a child. I should have been claiming some
Girl,
kids
yeah.
I'll be babysitting. That's crazy.
yeah.
and
That's
it's like what are they doing with that money? They do that. They going to Miami. They not using that money productively.
you know a couple
More
people,
money.
don't you?
Money that they took out our check. That's our money that they're spending, that they took out our check, and we only see $500 from tax return.
Okay, so I see it. I see the frustration part.
Yeah.
I see that because that is
So
annoying.
the way I look at it too also is that since there's so much manipulation and people beating the system on all these things, that's why I can kind of see where they're coming from. All right, we're stopping all this because it's just too much. Because I feel like it's a lot to kind of go in there. Okay, well, this person can do it. They get this. Like, like somebody's always gonna be mad about the way they're going about it at the end of the day if they were to do it that way. And I look at it as like me, like, you know, I manage a lot. A lot of times when I go to a new place where I'm managing, if it's like so much chaotic bullshit is going on that's causing us to not make as much profit, this, that, and the third, I come in, I'm like, okay, we're not doing none of that no more. Because it's like, that's what you got to do to kind of like get things stabilized. And then, okay, once I see how things are going, okay, maybe I can incorporate this back in at the way I see it needs to fit to make things still go at a profitable level, if that's making sense. But that's just why I can kind of see it. But now saying that they got 2 years to prepare, a year and a half, whatever it is, I'm like, that's kind of plenty of time, like for you to, I don't know, like adjust and figure out how you need to go about it in the future. You better get some canned goods. Like
That's a big adjustment. And also, it's expensive now.
Yeah.
Very expensive. On my check, I'm still trying to figure out, you know, day-to-day basis. So just imagine if somebody's only making like $10 an hour. So, yeah.
Well, that's why they better work hard and get a promotion. Like, I mean,
Whoa, so listen.
it's ways out of it though, because I feel like people always look for like a way to be the victim instead of like looking for a solution. Like that's just me. I'm a solution-based person, so it's like, okay, well, but go ahead, beloved. My bad.
I get, you are correct. However, there is some realistic things where 9 times out of 10, what if they don't get that promotion? Then they gotta find another job. But what if that was the better job that they can find? And so now they're do you get what I'm saying? Like,
you go ahead and get a part-time job. That's what I would do.
Hold on. Okay, what if it's a single mother?
I was getting ready to say that.
You gotta be careful who you got kids with.
Bruh, like the kid is already here.
I know. Okay, but then you gotta, I don't know, like when you not, it's mothers love to say I do this all by myself. I'm a this and that. Well, do that then.
No, I think in this time, I don't agree with the whole being strong single mom because people are losing their minds. Y'all just seeing straw, like are losing their minds because they're doing too fucking much. So, and then they're taking away Title 20, which is to pay for daycare too. I feel like so.
Who watching the kids, Shawnee?
You know,
are you gonna open?
It takes a village
for these kids.
It takes a village. I wish I could. I wish I could open up a daycare. That's what
I'm saying. Take a village. These people is dying. The village is dead. Grandma and them is not alive no more.
Say grandma's not alive.
But that's a failure on like us though as people
She
though
can't
that we're
control.
not.
She can't control if she died or not. Like,
Well,
I
that means the
never.
next generation need to step up.
But everybody can't watch
You
kids.
gotta get off.
People out here doing stuff to kids. Hell no. Like you gotta be watching the village, really. So
But it's just like that's what people need to have in mind when they laying down fucking raw.
are you
And
thinking that when you sitting there fucking somebody?
ain't doing it raw.
All you thinking is, oh, this bitch feel good.
Bro, I'm good.
Yeah, see that's where they fuck up because like them 2 seconds that it feels so good about to cost you 18 years of hell. Like no.
Facts.
But then the dudes don't even care because it ain't even gonna cause them hell. They can just go do whatever the hell they want. It's gonna cause the girl hell.
Yep.
And that's the girl's fault for laying
What?
down with somebody and not knowing them like that.
You right.
But Shawnee, sometimes these women don't even I agree, but however, I'm gonna agree to disagree. Sometimes these women don't even know that. Guys can be sneaky and you don't even know that this dude is a narcissist until after you're probably married or after the baby is here. You don't know that. People have two different sides.
Well, that's because females love to ignore the red flags that they see
No,
early on.
no. That's not what we're gonna do. We're not
That's part of it.
based on all females because all females are not like that. There are some females that genuinely look for love, but because they was hoodwinked by an N-word, now they stuck. So it is
some fucking manipulators out here.
Yeah.
But that's why you shouldn't be having kids with them until let's look at let's bring the Bible into it ain't you supposed to like not have kids until like you're married anyway? And I feel like you get married to someone when you know them well enough and you know you want to spend the rest of your life with them.
And marriage don't mean a thing either. You can be married to a narcissist and
I know, but I'm saying the idea of it. I'm saying.
But I'm saying
Go ahead.
go ahead, Don. I'm about to throw this.
She about to get me.
This screen. Go ahead.
I mean, what he's trying to say is men, women, all that need to have self-control and think of like we're thinking about not having kids because we know.
Yeah, none of us have kids.
Yeah,
No, we don't.
So congrats to all of us for being careful and like being mindful of knowing that we don't want this right now. This is not best for our situation. We go wait until we want to have that. Correct?
Right.
If everybody else thought like that, then that'll eliminate a lot of these problems.
What you guys say? Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, I get what you are saying, Shiny, but you can't blame it on just the woman per se. It seems like the woman is the woman that the one like.
Well, no, it's the man's fault too. But I'm just saying, like the woman decided to lay down with a man that ain't shit. Example, like I know y'all see. Are y'all still on Facebook or not? Like that Dayton, Ohio mugshot thing. When it's a good looking guy on there, all the females on there like, ooh, I'll go pay his bond. I'll get him out. Like they're so thirsty for somebody that they know ain't gonna be shit and like ready to lay down with them. And then surprised when they don't want nothing to do with the kid or the girl. It's just like, but y'all lust, not saying y'all, but majority of them just lust over that ain't shit ass dude. Like they like street dudes that ain't shit. Like, so of course they not gonna be trying to take care of the kid or they're not gonna be there to help you through all you need. But if you had laid down with a good guy that can't wait to have a kid or really want to be with you, then y'all could tackle that shit together.
But do you know that people can change can change within a relationship or change? So a guy can be like, I do want a child, but then once they get married, be like, nah, I'm good. People can change. So just because those group of women did that, definitely doesn't mean like all women are like
but
that.
But it's majority though. It's majority though. It's not like it's just some.
Did you do a census?
Oh, wait. It's the reality of it. Look at like everybody that got baby daddy drama. Look into the root of it. Look at what type of dude it is. Like, look at where females meet dudes. Like, let's not act like this is not a thing.
I will say there are more women that have low self-worth than it is women that do. So yeah, I kind of agree with him on that. Just by listening to women.
But y'all are exceptions of that though. So which is great. I'm happy for that. But it's just like the majority ain't like that. Like, especially
no, I'll be sitting there like, oh my God. But yeah.
And that's why I don't be feeling sorry for when they go after these specific dudes. But it's just like when I saw that thing, it was like yesterday or today, like that dude with the mugshot. I could not believe it. And then dudes was on there and they was mad at the dude. It was a dude on there like saying, and these are the type of baby daddies y'all be wanting and da. And y'all mad. Y'all wonder why y'all be like how y'all are. And then the girls on there get on there mad like, oh, he's some old dude. Da. Like they missed the grand scheme, the big picture of everything. But I really wish we had more positive women role models. Like that's a whole nother podcast. Like,
I wish we had more positive men role models too.
We do, but people don't like to listen to them. We got positive. It's a lot of. Well, honestly, it's a lot of positive men role models. It's just like
never heard or heard no positive men role models.
Right? Who you talking about? You talking about Farrakhan?
No, I'm talking about. Wait, are we talking about celebrities? Or are we talking about like local people? Who are we talking about here?
You the one that said male role models.
I'm asking you which ones you want to.
I'm about local.
Well, you know, I'm not in Dayton no more, so I can't really speak on. One, it's the reason I'm going. The choices you make, but
who in Nashville?
Nashville, it's all type of like black men groups. It's like I'm about to. I mean, I don't know everybody's name. Like you can't sit up there and say the names of some people. There are positive role models for sure on YouTube. Like, there's plenty of positive role models like that's trying to lead guys in the right direction. Guys just got to want that for themselves.
Just like women.
Yeah, there's some positive women role models.
It's more positive.
Kerry Washington. Do you know? Do you remember her?
Local for Dayton.
Oh, Kristen Goodson. That's who a positive.
There you go. There. I think she's a great role model. That's funny.
But no, I know a lot of positive women role models for sure. But
my mother.
No. Oh, your mother?
Damn.
Oh no, she's a good role model, but I mean, as far as like that's having like a reach for, you know what I mean?
Not your mom, but you talking about your mom?
Yeah,
her mama.
You said like moms in general.
No, nah, my mama.
Yeah, your mama, she good.
Yeah. Thank. So
that's an exception to the rule, though. Like, not everybody's mom is like that.
Touche. My thing is this: going back to the whole bill thing. I get what you are saying, Shawnee, but for those that really truly need it because of the price of groceries is going up, now they are really going to be struggling. This is the low class. I'm not gonna lie, I consider myself getting to the middle class, you know, so it ain't bad. But these low classers, bruh, they're gonna be struggling real bad. They already are struggling, so to not have those assistants and those that really need it, not the ones that use it as a crutch, they're screwed. And I don't think that it's coming back. If it does,
I don't know that for sure though.
I'm just saying, if it does, hypothetically, it does come back. You know how much work they got to put in just to get that back?
I'm sure it'll probably come back.
All that work they can put into getting it back can be the work they're putting in to actually.
Bro, why would they want to why would they take it out and then want to come bring it back? If that's the case,
just like the example that I just gave you though. Like, so say like how I said from the management standpoint, if you come in, like say before when I one time I came in and I took over a restaurant and was like, we had terrible food costs, right? So I'm like, okay, nobody ain't eating for free no more because this is a fucking free for all. Because like people get, you know, eat free food, they eat when they want to, so they like, you know, shit that's like lost, right? So I feel like it's a good analogy. So just think of that the same way. This food stamp situation, it's such a loss for our country and the funds and stuff that we're allocating to that. So we're like, all right, let's get rid of it. But like I'm saying, the example that I gave you, I got rid of that to stabilize the food costs. But then I reincorporated it back in because I'm like, yeah, like, you know, people should be able to eat. Like, I ain't gonna be that much of an asshole. But as the person running the show, I have to get things under control because I'm accountable for those results.
So you think the reason why they took it out is to get everything under control before they can implement it back in?
I feel like that could be a possibility.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that.
Because we definitely are in bankruptcy as a country.
Yeah.
Right.
So right now they probably not thinking about bringing it back, but I can see another president coming in like, okay, we see how it worked beforehand and we see how they did it with Trump. Let's come up with another idea. you
And
know,
they'll
type
put better stuff in place for it, I feel like.
So what about Medicaid? They taking out Medicaid.
they're cutting back on basically they still have Medicaid is you they cut the age bracket for that I think and then you
Mhm.
have to still have to work. But that's why I was kind of confused because if you work you can go get your own insurance to your own job.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I don't know, I thought that was weird. But yeah.
They probably thought too many people, quote unquote, was too dependent on Medicaid. So let's rip it out. I just feel like some of this stuff is like, yeah, it may appear good, but what is it? The little print up under there. There
Mhm.
is something hidden behind these. I'm trying to tell you. There's something to these. That's
Yeah,
just
I
my
mean
theory.
that's the truth though. It's always like that. I mean, even with stuff that's passed in the past though, because for because there was a lot of things done badly in the last administration as well, but nobody really, cared because they did it so secretly. It wasn't brought to the light. Like, think for example, like since Trump's office, all these people didn't want him in office, correct? So of course, anything he does is going to be under a microscope. So it's going to be brought to the average person's attention on every little detail more versus than previous administrations because everybody wants to knock anything that Trump does. But in any bill that's passed, it's always some bullshit that doesn't really help us.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask y'all something? Doesn't this man have felonies?
Mhm.
I don't really know about that, to be honest.
Mhm.
It was proven he got felonies.
What they got
So
to do with the
how is
bill?
well, the person that is doing the bill has felonies. So why is he in office? Do I have a problem with Trump? No, I really don't. I don't really like I'm not going to even say his name. I don't have a problem with Trump. I'm just trying to get a better understanding of how this will affect us. Will this affect us in a good thing in the long run, or will we regret it? Does that make sense? So I don't have a problem with him. I'm just curious on why is he making these type of decisions? Is it to rebuild America again, or is it to make the people that the one percenters more richer?
Is
That's
to
what
make
um,
I'm curious about.
richer.
it can
There's
be both, right?
it that but there's no middle class going on. I don't know if y'all noticed. It's really like
Well, yeah, it's been that for years though.
yeah.
So what am I? I thought I was middle
We're
class.
all lower class,
Yeah.
like working
That's even
class.
worse. What we
Pretty
doing?
much. Huh?
That's even worse. What we doing?
Girl.
Surviving.
Right.
Time.
I mean, you could go on food stamps, Shawnee, but too bad they took it away.
I mean, I didn't really ever rely on them though, so it's like,
So growing up you never had food stamps?
well, yeah, I've had food stamps before, but I don't have them now. That doesn't affect me now. I mean, even then before when we had them, I think we only got like $100 or something like that. So it's like, what is
Mm-hmm.
that really doing?
Touche.
Um, and more, like I said, more food stamps are sold more than anything. Like, and I mean, not to keep harping on that, but if people adjust how they eat, quit trying to go out and eat steaks, quit trying to,
Why you keep thinking people was going out to eat steaks, bro?
because people do that when they're getting like $1,000 in food stamps. Bro, they going out to buy. They make these girls got seafood boils at home, like all that type of stuff.
Bro,
They
what?
they kids eating crab. Look how these kids eat these days. That's a whole nother topic. Like these kids are bougie these days. Like they be eating better, way better than I ever ate as a kid. I would have never thought to be like, let me. Well, I don't like seafood. Let me go get a seafood boil. Like you know what I mean? Like they're making these kids this way. Like they can feed their kids in certain situations. I know everybody's different, but they can feed them for less. Like I said, give them some damn rice, give them some chicken, get them some ground beef. Like you ain't got to get them the top cut of meat or whatever, or just because you want to post them on Instagram or make you feel like you're a good mom because you couldn't eat that when you were kids. Like that's a whole nother topic there because a lot of these younger moms are minds are warped into thinking they must give everything that they didn't have to their kids, regardless of how it may affect the kid. They don't think of that.
So let me ask you this: where's the daddy?
They laid down with the wrong one, so he ain't there.
So let's get on to the fathers then. Do better. You lay down with the lady. Why are you leaving the kids? If we
Yeah,
look at the moms doing all this, let's look at the dudes doing it too. It takes two to tango. It takes two to have kids. So
correct.
you don't need me. Where y'all at?
But they also women. This is a
It,
good topic here. They like to punish the kid just because they're mad at the dad. So it's a
and
lot of
these
times.
dudes like to run out on their responsibility because either they broke or can't afford or they just don't want to have a kid. But that's unfair because the kid is already here.
Right. There are some like that, but there are some that would love to be there, but because they don't want to be with the baby mama, the kid takes that out. I mean, the baby mama makes them not see the kid too. There are cases like that.
So wait, so you saying what I'm getting from you is everything that's happening to a woman is all her fault?
Yes,
No, I'm not. No,
that is
no,
exactly what you're
that
saying.
is what you are receiving, but that's not what I'm
That is
intentionally
what
putting
you
out.
are projecting.
That's what
No,
you're saying.
how? I'm
Because
saying
You just said
what I'm
it.
saying is everything's a choice. That's my point.
But why do you keep blaming it on the woman when it takes two? It's the man's choice. Baby, a woman cannot we are incubators. A woman cannot carry that baby without that man.
Of course,
So that
I think there should definitely be, together and taking care of it. I understand, but I'm saying the reality is that's not happening. I'm saying why it's not happening.
no, you're projecting.
No, I'm saying reality. That the reality is there are plenty of baby mamas that are pissed if their man doesn't want to be with them, so they don't let them see their kid. I know a bunch of dads like that currently.
And I know a bunch of women that only ask for the bare minimum, and this dude don't even do it. And it's considered either milk or diapers or even just something to help feed them.
I
They
know, and
may
both of
want
those
money
are
for the
true.
foods, but I
But
mean,
both of those are true.
we can't just blame it just on the woman.
I said it's the man too. The man needs to be there as well, but
But
the
you
woman has
keep
to allow
saying
that.
the women though. You keep bringing up the woman, not the man.
Because we're talking about the women that has the kids that has that needs to feed the children. So of course I'm gonna keep talking about the woman.
But that's what I'm asking. Yeah, the women gotta feed the children, but why can't these men help and feed the children too?
Yeah, I mean, if we wouldn't even be having this conversation if they were doing that because then they would have two incomes and it wouldn't even be hard. But this is mostly based off of the single mom that get food stamps. Who gets food stamps? The moms, and rarely that the dad. Like that's not really. I mean, there definitely are cases, but we're talking about food stamps getting cut, and that's more than likely from the mom, right?
The parent, yeah, the parent that chose to stay. I'm just
Yes.
That's a single mom. She chose to stay.
Yeah. So
They
that's
both
why.
should have left in the child being children's services.
Yeah, that happens too. And there's also times where the moms leave, though. I know a couple dads like that. So it's like you gotta think. It's like there's other situations too.
This bill is gonna backfire. I'm speaking it.
I don't know. I just wish people had the mindset of, okay, well, this has happened. Let me figure this shit out versus, I can't believe this. Like, that's how people are acting. And I'm just like, just figure it out or, try.
Who is doing that?
All of America.
Okay.
Everybody on food stamps.
He's
What do
like,
you mean?
just the women.
The ones on Facebook. I mean, the ones that have the let's look it up. Who has food stamps more likely, men or women? Women.
Okay, but let me ask you. Okay, all right, but let me ask you what type of? I feel like you want to say black women. I'm hearing black on your tongue.
Oh my, you're projecting
Yeah.
stuff onto me. And don't do that because then you go get people thinking that that's really what I'm. No, that's not the case. I'm just talking about whoever is mad. Like, it's ghetto ass white girls too that got food stamps at Saudi. What the hell? It ain't got nothing to do with race.
Yeah, I think he wants to say low income people because that's what's affecting the most. When it comes to all this stuff that they're taking away. Yeah, they just got to figure out life just like the rest of us.
Woo. And it's gonna be hard. And I feel like crime rates gonna go up because of that. They gonna try to do anything and everything possible just to at least have something to eat. We're gonna see more homeless people out there for that reason. That's just my theory.
I
Do
believe
I agree with people abusing it? Nah, like that's unfair to people that really needs it. I think that's weird that you do got people posting, "Hey, you want 500 five cents for five?" You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I want that,
Yeah, I'll be
um,
buying it.
yeah, I would like that, but it's still unfair for the people that really, really needs it. So not only are they not gonna be able to eat at home, but some of these kids ain't gonna be able to eat at school. So this is sad.
So are they taking away school lunches out of the schools?
Yes. No, they're feeding the kids, but the free lunches, they're doing away with that. Like they don't got that no more. So when we was at school, some of us had the money to pay for, we had our pens and
School
stuff.
lunch was trash anyway, but yeah, I get what you
I
mean.
mean, but it was food. Some we probably was in school with some people that didn't even have that at home. So now that's being do away. They ain't gonna have that no more.
Let me see, because I want to see like all the. I need to see all that stuff that's been taken away. Like what, like, and the to what extent is it being taken away? Like that's what I don't have much clarity on. But let me look at this link real quick.
they're
Oh, that's too much.
increasing. Just want y'all to know they're increasing the state and local tax.
Well, good thing I stay here and I ain't got state tax.
Done.
No, for real, that's a good thing. um, so they increasing the tax. But I thought they was cutting it, so that's why that's confusing.
They're cutting no tax on overtime and tips,
Yeah. Now that's a good thing. Thank you.
but taxes is going up.
But so if you think so,
They
these women that have, I did that on purpose. but since it's not only women, these people that have like that can't, that are barely making enough to make ends meet. And there's no tax on overtime. Work some overtime.
but it has to be offered. Some of these jobs don't just give you the it has to be offered. Like my job,
True,
they're
but
not throwing that overtime left to right. What? They have to offer it to you.
that is
I,
true.
I
That
wish.
is true. But there are some jobs that will, like, I mean, job that I'm leaving, so I'm still working at. There's been plenty of times, like, if somebody calls out or something, oh, yeah, like, I give you overtime, bring your ass in here. Don't, oh, no, I got plans. Oh, well, then that plans matter more than your money because you better go spend money instead of making more. And then you'll complain about being broke. And that's the reality because let's put it all out there. Remember, like, I've been in management a long time. So I've had all these type of conversations with people that saying that they ain't got money to afford this and all that type of stuff. And I've seen it. And I'm looking like, well, look at what you're doing. Like could you work this and that? Oh, no, I can't. Like, cause people just want to do whatever they want to do that's comfortable. They don't want to like put that extra effort in to make it happen.
The reality is this is so overwhelming. Uh, like literally, you telling me, and granted, I agree. If they offer overtime, you really need to go work. But dang, you telling me I can't have a life because I'm trying to survive?
It's already been like that though. Like, well, maybe it's different here. Like where I am, cost of living extremely high. Everybody has two jobs. Everybody, or if you don't have, like, you have to have that to kind of make it. Your first job kind of pays the bills. Your second job is like extra income to save or do whatever you like to do with that extra money. Or my situation, I got a roommate. A lot of people here have roommates to save money. It's just like it's things that.
My thing is that's the problem right there. All these cuts and stuff is making us have to work harder to be in survival mode.
I
Mm-hmm.
I
know.
want to be in survival mode all day.
Mm-mm.
I want to
I
be able
agree.
to bed when the fuck I get off from work. Most people don't even want to work. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Who wants a job?
And
That's
who want to live with strangers? Like that just overstimulated me. Like that's overwhelming again. Like she said, Who wants to do that? Who wants to work for survival mode?
Right.
No.
That's kind of what people have always done in history, though.
We don't want to do it no more.
Okay.
Like I
Yeah, I know, but who? Of course, if I didn't have to, I would love to not get up and go to work. Like that's, of course, though. But it's like in reality, I mean, this is kind of what you got to do unless you find a way out of it.
Shawnee, this is what I need from you.
Uh-oh.
And please listen to me. I need you to start a revolution
A revolution.
that we stop working because it
Oh,
don't mean nothing.
no.
This don't mean nothing.
what, working don't mean nothing?
It don't.
Yeah, that's why I guess you gotta work with what you love to do. I guess
So start the revolution, bro, and then let me know when you start it, and we'll
I
go from
I
there.
can't start a revolution because people ain't got balls enough to carry it out. I ain't
Okay.
that guy. If somebody started, I'd be there right here, man. But I ain't gonna be the one that started because I like to tell things. I'm blunt and I say that how it is, and uh, I me starting a revolution. People ain't gonna be receptive to that.
I feel that. Yeah.
People love Trump. They'll love you.
Yeah.
I'm weak.
I
Nah, I ain't that guy.
real telling the real, not sugarcoating shit. So
But that's the thing. Like even all them. That's why I don't. All all politicians, they all lie. It's all bullshit. They don't care about
Mhm.
none of us. That's why I don't get caught up in any of that. I just like anything that comes out. I just make my adjustments and keep it pushing because they don't give a damn about us. Like Michael Jackson said it best. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Like they'll tell you what you want to hear, get your little vote, make you think they care, and then still carry out whatever they originally had planned.
But see, that's why I find it ironic that they are calling this the big beautiful bill. There is something not beautiful about this bill.
Yeah, I can't believe we got the word beautiful in it. That's crazy.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. It's giving sadistic. Some sadist or some whatever that word is. It's weird.
Well,
There's some
Satanist? Oh,
sadistic.
sadistic. Oh, sadistic. Okay.
Yeah. Am I using that right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's giving that. So I don't trust this big beautiful bill. Because why would you name it that? For one, and for two, there's a lot of stuff in here that people that are in need are really being affected from. But I also feel like there are some underlining things behind these bills that we are unaware of, and some of us that are not into politics are not going to be aware of because we're still trying to figure out the big things that they are saying, let alone the little things that we don't see. So
True. Yeah, it is. It is bad, but I mean, if people, I mean, I love to say this, especially about our people. If we just stuck together more, we could
I
get
agree.
out of these issues. Like, we wouldn't even have to, like, especially if somebody I knew personally, let's say, if one of my friends or something like that had kids and they couldn't afford food, then I would buy food for the kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, but you got to have that relationship with people to do that. And I feel like people don't like to build relationships these days, but that's a whole
Mm-mm.
other topic.
You,
everybody's trying to be too strong and not ask
yeah.
and whatnot. I do believe if we got together and people start reaching out more and helping with kids, because I tell my friends all the time, you need help with your kid, call me. Like, but they don't never
Yeah, but don't
call.
take it. But don't take advantage. That's
Yeah,
the
Right.
that's
thing,
what I
though.
was gonna say, or they abuse the power. And see, that's what I'm saying. I agree now with this, Shorty. I agree with you. We as a race do need to come together. Other races are with each other, like they
Oh,
with
the
each other.
Mexicans. Let's get on them
Man,
because I
what?
got
Even Africans, y'all. I promise you, even Africans.
every other race but us.
And it's so sad. So I do agree with you on that. They either there's too many leaders and not enough chiefs, or people like to take advantage of one another because they think that they can. It's like a competition when really we're all just trying to make it to the finish line. Why can't we help each other out?
Mhm.
I'm not claiming to be African American no more. I'm done. I'm
But
done.
that also all was by design. Like when they implemented all this stuff, like child support and all that, that was all to destroy the nuclear family in a black household.
Touche, but I'm not gonna lie. Some of these family need it. I would. I'm standing strong on child support. You don't want to do it, I'll let the courts do it for you.
Yeah, but it caused more damage than in the grand scheme. It caused more damage in the black household than good because now, huh?
If the dude would do his job and help out, we
Yeah,
wouldn't
the
have.
damage was already done before they went to the courthouse. That's just gonna, help with, help the mom more because they didn't already walked out. They didn't already say we ain't paying for nothing. They didn't already left that mom to sit there and struggle. So I do believe
But the
child.
child support thing also amplified that.
Uh,
Statistically, yeah, we could look up the facts and amplify that because women these days are quick to put them on child support, even if they're just mad at them for not being with them. Like that's a thing. They're like, oh, I'm about to just put you on child support. And then the male has no fighting chance because it's automatically going to go. If a dude fights for custody, it's going to go to the mom. Unless you're like, hmm?
there you go.
But that's true though. Like it's plenty of dads that have wanted custody of their kids and wanted to fight for it, but it automatically goes to the mom. The system is designed for it to be way harder for a dad to get custody over a mom. That's just facts. Are we saying a prayer? Bow your heads, Lord
No,
Jesus.
I get what you're saying, but let's be real. It's a handful of men that's actually doing the job. Handful. It's mothers out here actually doing their job. Like,
Yeah, that is true.
I just think you
I never said that wasn't the case though.
But you keep
Two
pinpointing
things
the
can be true. No,
Nah.
you're just only seeing it as that though. But two
No,
things can be true.
you keep pointing out as the women, the woman. The
No,
dad-
I'm pointing it out as the way it was designed to how it's disrupting the policies and all these benefits, whatever.
Okay,
they put in place.
hold on. Because you be wanting the women to take accountability
Men
without
should too.
Come
Without
on,
what?
Don.
but when it comes to the men, it's the system got us fucked up. They
Yes. Just like a black man.
right.
Get off.
So I feel like you got something against black men.
Women.
No, I'm just playing. No, first and foremost, of course, if a guy, of course, there's hella black dudes not doing the job. That's because there's no fathers in the household. That's like that stems all from that. Like that's what bred all these not shit ass dudes that's black these days.
So
they didn't have parents in their household. I mean, fathers.
I will say I get the point. I get your point as far as child support. Some of how the system is, it is to where women cannot receive, or even down to some assistance. It has to be a single parent home in order for them to receive the assistance. So sometimes some families are not going to get married, or the man can't live there because the woman is not going to receive their assistance.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's designed to break us up.
Okay, so I get that little pocket over there. However, I do agree with Don too. It was already messed up before they even went to the courts. The dude already decided, hey, I'm not about to go buy no diapers. Let me go get some milk and never come back. So now I gotta go to the courts because you never brought the milk, nor did you come back. So now I gotta take you to the courts because I need that milk and that money for these diapers too. So I get what you're saying, but it was already.
It was an issue.
So they just used that to amplify. I get what you're saying, but it shouldn't even started from that. But men did that, so now they use that to their advantage. And here come child support as it is now. But it should have never got that far. The men should have stayed and took care of his kids. But you got some people that are deadbeats, so we ain't got no other choice but to take them to the courts to get our money. And even with that money, it's not even enough.
$200.
Man, what? Barely that. My dad, listen, I ain't even gonna say my age, but I'm up there. My father still owes child support.
So does mine.
I want mine. Do you want yours, Shawnee?
No, I don't want shit. I ain't got it all this time, so like
I want mine.
I'm done.
But what else is on the bill? Let's see. This stuff became the food stamps episode, but
About
let's
Social
see.
Security,
Yep.
I'm still confused on that.
What are they
So
doing? I mean, Social Security
they're
ain't shit, no
lowering it.
way.
They're
What
lowering
people
it.
actually been surviving on Social Security that I know of?
I know, but it's not enough though. I mean, people survive, but it's like you barely survive. Like it's
Mhm.
not like you don't get to do a whole lot. Like that's just enough to just to pay your bills and just stay afloat.
But they're lowering it. They
I
like,
know that's bad.
yeah, like it's like you might as well just get it now before it gets in effect. And then those old people gonna have to get a job.
Let me see. The government will continue to fund the benefits for states. This change will start in 2028. So the cut to food benefits. It's saying reforms though. So I need to know the specifics though, because I feel like it's too generalized. Like I don't I don't know if it's really saying that the food stamps are being cut as a completely. I don't think that's. Well, I mean, that don't look like what it's saying based off the link that you sent earlier.
Hmm.
It don't look like it's saying reforms.
Right.
Reforms have been added.
So, which is they will continue to fully fund the benefits for the states that have an error payment rate of below 6%. But the states with higher rates will be on the hook from anywhere between. So they are taking money from like in certain states that they are, and that they will still have food stamps, but you have to work for people. Okay, so the Senate's bill also adds work requirements for able-bodied SNAP enrollees who do not have dependents.
So if you don't got kids, they taking it away from you, which is fair.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. So is that why they call it the big beautiful bill? It's a shocker for a lot of people that thought that they were gonna get over, but now it's not. They're taking away stuff um that people are taking advantage of, basically.
I
That's
think
what.
that's just Trump's lingo. He's just that type. Oh, I'm gonna call it my big beautiful bill. Like that's just how he
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
it's so weird. What are you doing that for? Uh,
I know.
Let's see.
But I
I honestly have to.
I the
Medicaid
medic.
affects my job though.
Oh yeah, so that is true.
Because our company is based off on how many people have Medicaid, and that's how we generate our money, and that's how we get our bonuses and stuff, whatever. So since he cut that, I'm pretty sure our people that's enrolled in Care Source and stuff like that will definitely go down in numbers. So I don't know like what that does to my company, but I'm sure the budget's going to change for sure.
I thought it was aimed more at the immigrants that come in and automatically get the coverage. I know they're being cut for sure because they come in, they automatically get Medicaid. That's like was the big problem.
Yeah, they
Uh,
definitely about to lose it. But no, Medicaid was for anybody that did not have a job from 18 to 65 to get Medicaid. Them 18-year-olds definitely ain't getting nothing no more. I forgot the age bracket now. People that have kids can still probably get Medicaid, I think, but there's some rules to that. And then you can enroll every year. It's every 6 months now. So every 6 months they got to update the government of their situation,
I saw that.
and then they need to work. It says the Senate bill proposes tightening eligibility requirements so that able-bodied adults with children age 15 and over would need to work or volunteer at least 80 hours a month.
Mhm.
So yeah.
And that's not
It's not,
terrible. I mean, because there's so many things. Like you could do little things like you could DoorDash, like if
but
you got a
everybody
car,
can DoorDash.
huh?
Everybody can't DoorDash.
Because
I
everybody
mean,
ain't
if
got a
you,
car.
Mm-hmm.
then you should probably start there.
All right.
They about to get on that bus and deliver that food.
For real, I mean, it's just because I remember back in the day before I had a car, I caught the bus to 2 jobs so I could save up enough money to get a car. It's just like if you,
Right.
yeah, if there's a will, there's a way
I
for sure.
get what y'all are saying. Like you said, if there's a will, there's a way, but sometimes we gotta be realistic. Like depending on the person's situation, is that way even beneficial for them?
So
So
what's a
tell me this: if you really didn't have a car, you stayed in you got money to be in an apartment, I guess somehow, you wouldn't ride your bike to work.
I would.
Hell no, that's far as heck. What I
Well,
would.
up the street though, like Family Dollar. If you used to work at Family Dollar up the street, you wouldn't ride
Oh
your
yeah, that's different. I'll probably actually walk too.
yeah.
But
Okay.
if you didn't have a choice, like say if like you didn't have a car, you have to get to work if you want to make money. Even if my job is like 6 miles away, I'm gonna ride that bike so I can get to work so I can get out of that situation. It's
Yeah,
like people don't do that. They just want to sit up there and, well, I ain't got no way, so I'm calling out. Like that's just the way they do it.
I get
Like
it. I get, but living in, so say for instance, a person is in Clayton, but their job is in Kettering. What we doing?
get a job in Clayton.
Clayton. Yeah, I was about to say that. Get that job up the street. Like I think people do try to cop out and find excuses of not to do nothing, but there is apartments everywhere near stores now. Like today, just go to that store, put an application, work at McDonald's, work at Wendy's, do what you got to do in the meantime, and then level up. So, but I'm thinking of people from a certain age bracket now. We talking about people that's 50, 60. I don't know. I guess
That's a different conversation.
They got to start over.
use Social Security.
But also, this is going to sound real heartless. But these 50 and 60-year-olds, they should have set themselves up better. Like you kind of had your whole life, and you were sitting there waiting on these benefits to come instead of like and that's the problem with a lot of people. Like, put yourself in a better position. Like, cause I know plenty of people. I mean, it's people in my family that's like older now, and they happen to like work like they our age, and I'm like, well, instead of I'll put their business out there, instead of all the shit you were doing and having all these kids or whatever the case, and not even thinking because I mean that's the problem with some of us, and I'm talking about my family specifically. They don't think you not even thinking about the future at all. Like, some of us from back in the day, like the people that's like in their 60s now, they probably won't even really think 50s, 60s. They weren't thinking of like, all right, how can I make sure I'm set up for the future? They just
coasting through life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I hear a lot of adults saying they don't have anything saved and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, what?
Why?
I mean, I guess, but no, like, yeah, you do got to think ahead. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, let alone 50 years from now. So I gotta have my stuff in order. So,
but a lot of people also don't. I mean, because they don't have these conversations enough. Like, and that's a whole nother topic because the conversations that people have when they're around their friends, it ain't nothing productive. It ain't nothing like people are afraid to talk about their real life situations. So how could they get advice on it? Or how could they talk through stuff? Like you can't find a solution. They just too busy just being like whatever, I guess. But I feel like that's why people need to have more productive conversations when they are hanging out. Quit just, let's get drunk and talk about everybody else or whatever the case is. Like we said, like we had another podcast, like people like to get together and talk about everybody else. Like talk about ways you can get out of your situation. Like find a solution. I'm pretty sure if it's like 5 of y'all, 1 of y'all could come up with something to help the situation. It's just they're not going into it with that mindset. Like I told you, I'm solution based. Like that's why I'm the worst person to vent to because I'm like, okay, well, let's do this. Beloved, we've had that conversation. Like when people vent to me, I'm like, well, what can we do? And I guess that's just the manager in me since I've been a manager for 11 years. Like I'm always like, all right, well, how can I solve this problem and get us over this and move on to the next. But people just need to have more of that mindset. But the 50s and I don't know. I can't even. I don't even know what they're gonna do. I feel sorry for them. Halfway, because of like the other half of me is like, you should have seen this coming in a sense and like not coast through life like how we just said. I don't know, but luckily I'm not that age, so I'm in a position where I can adjust and fix what I got to do now and be good for the future.
Facts. Period.
You got something on your mind?
No.
It's It seems like you do.
I don't. I'm done. I dropped the mic already. I'm done.
I'll wait.
We'll pick the mic back up. I don't know, but like, I mean, look at the no tax on overtime or tips. I think that's a good thing. Go get a job as a server. You ain't getting taxed on the tips. That is huge.
If they getting tips though.
Oh, they get tips.
I don't tip people, so I don't know.
That is terrible.
I'm just playing.
So, like, I mean, well, so y'all probably don't know. So, like, say, like, a lot of days what these companies are doing, these are the company's fault. Because, you know, like, when you tip people, like, they usually get, like, waiters, servers, they get their tip outs at the end of their shift. Like, even if they you tip on a card or whatever, they pay them out at the end of their shift. These days, they're not doing that. They're just, like, putting it on a check and making them get, like, someone tips with a card. That's why I try to tip with cash if I can, because they'll get that right then and there. But if you tip on a card, they're going to just put that on a check, like, to get every 2 weeks, more than likely.
I didn't know
Instead
that.
of yeah, so they have to wait for that, and then they overtax it. So that's why this no tax on tips is a good thing. It's going to help get more people more money in their pockets. But if you can, I highly suggest try to tip a person in cash. If you can. That's why I try to at least carry a little cash, because all jobs are switching to that, where we just gonna put your tip on a check. We ain't gonna give it to you at the end of the day, so we can tax it and then companies, they get tax breaks and stuff like that, so they're getting more money. So
This word is set up for failure.
it is. It's set up for us all to be fucked.
Failure.
That is true. Beloved, I can't.
I'm done. I don't know. I will say this. I got to look more into it to keep put my input in it, because there's a lot more to it before I can keep, suggesting something. But I definitely got to read more. I got to dive deep into it.
Well, yeah, me too. Because I mean, I'm just seeing from what I just see here, but
Yeah.
I mean,
all of us
get
to reading it.
Yeah.
So y'all know what's going on in the next 3 years.
Definitely. And seeing what's affecting you locally and statewide. The Medicaid thing, I don't know. I'm kind of happy they're cutting it for the immigrants. I'm sorry, but I just hate how they come over here and get all these benefits. Like these Venezuelans, like that's the one thing I ain't go. The ICE thing is kind of crazy, but I'm happy that they're like, really like, what is the word here? Harping down like on the people coming into the country, just because, like here in Nashville, for example, like so many Venezuelans like come here and they can't speak a word of English, like literally a lick. Like I remember I was like interviewing so many of them like that wanted a job because they just moved here and all this shit. They can't speak a lick of English. They got all their green cards and they're a full-fledged citizen, but can't speak a word of English. And they just giving them all these benefits immediately, versus there's some Mexicans that like got to jump through all these hoops and bounds in order to get their citizenship. But these Venezuelans are getting it instantly. And I'm like, how? Like, why? And it's just like, it's stuff behind that. Like they got their reasons, like the last administration, Biden and all them, they were doing that on purpose. They were like flooding the country with all these like these immigrants. And yeah, they were like taking the jobs too. I mean, because they work. I mean, in my job, yeah, I do hire a lot of Hispanics because they typically work a little better. Like that's kind of how it is. But them coming into the country, I mean, they kind of are taking the jobs in that case and the benefits. So
the people from the U.S. don't want them. They don't want to work.
Yeah, that's the problem. They need to work. They can't rely on these benefits.
We can't be lazy. Very spoiled.
So who is in charge of like Section 8, like giving people homes and stuff? Like
that's a good question. I think that's a state thing, ain't it? I feel like it is. I might be wrong. Aren't they doing something with that?
I don't know, but I feel like people was abusing that too.
Oh, they definitely are. People get on Section 8 and stay their whole life.
Right, because they rent $80.
Yeah. Ooh, I wish I could. I ain't gonna lie. I would be on it too. Like, but I mean, it's over. I mean, and that's the problem though. Like, it should be just for a little bit for them to get back on their feet and keep it pushing. Like, it's not supposed to be, oh, I'm about to hold this. So no, and people that really need the help, they can't even. They're homeless now because they can't even get into Section 8 because you holding it up because you chose not to. You chose to keep taking the easy route, and you got all these flat screen TVs in your house and all this because you rent $80. So it's like it's not fair. Well, all
She
right.
over it. She over it.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. You done completely checked out. So we'll wrap it up.
I'm sorry.
We're completely checked out. So we'll wrap it up. So that was another fantastic episode of Three Takes today. We appreciate everyone for tuning in today. If you like the conversation we had today, we encourage you to please like, subscribe, comment, and share, like the ticker says on the bottom. If you would like to keep up with us, go ahead and give us a follow on Instagram at Three Takes. If you would like to keep up with us individually, you can follow Beloved at Beloved's Music, the Don at _ Sci-Fi, and myself at Big Dude Shawnee. Feel like this is a great episode today. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay positive, stay focused, embrace your journey, and stay blessed.